goes quiet, the rain starts letting go. The sky is almost morning, but the headlights don't know. The road goes quiet before the dawn. No trucks for 20 miles, no stations breaking through, no billboards with their smiles, just blacktop turning silver and fog along the trees. My coffee cup is empty, but I keep it by my knee. The radio is given to a low and steady hiss, like it ran out of bad news and old songs to miss. My hand is looser on the wheel than it was an hour ago. Not because I'm better, just too tired to hold on so close. The dash light fades orange, the mirror loses rain. I don't feel forgiven, I just don't feel the same. The road goes quiet before the dawn. It doesn't fix what I've done wrong. The road goes quiet before the dawn. It just keeps carrying me on. No exit sign, no holy light, no perfect place to leave the night. The road goes quiet before the dawn, and I go quiet with it. A closed motel passes with the pool full of leaves, a blue tarp over something that nobody wants to see. The vacancy sign is broken, only the no park glows. I almost laugh at that one and let the little laugh go. There is a stain on my sleeve from coffee and old nerves. There is salt on the window switch from fries I didn't deserve. There is dust on every button and a coin stuck near the brake. There are small dumb things around me that stayed when people couldn't stay. The road goes quiet before the dawn. It doesn't fix what I've done wrong. The road goes quiet before the dawn. It just keeps carrying me on. No exit sign, no holy light, no perfect place to leave the night. The road goes quiet before the dawn, and I go quiet with it. Almost morning, empty cup, radio breathing, not enough. The first gray line shows up behind the pines on the right, like somebody under the world turned down the rest of the night. The windshield isn't clean, but the rain is mostly quit. A few drops race each other, then stop caring about it. I pass a county worker in a yellow vest alone, changing cones by the shoulder with his collar to the cold. He doesn't look up at me, and I don't blame him at all. Some people keep the road alive for strangers passing small. I thought the morning would accuse me like a light turned on too fast, but it comes in kinda tired, dragging color through the glass. No choir, no answer, no big cinematic change, just wet fields, black fences, and my face looking strange. There's a voicemail I won't play, there's a number I won't try, there's a gas station mint melting white in my side. I am not brave from driving, I am not clean from rain. I just made it through the hours without turning back again. The engine settles lower, the tires sound less scared. A bird cuts over the road like it owns the morning air. The speed limit drops to 50, then 45 in town. A church sign says pancake breakfast with 2 letters falling down. I could stop and call somebody from a parking lot somewhere, say I'm sorry for the silence, say I drove because I cared. But my voice is still in pieces and the sun is still too new, so I keep the phone face down and watch the highway turn blue. A river beside me, brown and swollen from the storm, carrying branches, foam cups, and somebody's old board. The guardrail shines in patches where the first light hits the bend. For a second, everything broken looks allowed to start again. I don't trust that feeling, but I don't push it away. Some mercy feels suspicious after one long useless day. So I breathe through my nose and loosen both my knees. Let the car drift under 60, let the cold come off the seats. The road goes quiet before the dawn. It doesn't fix what I've done wrong. The road goes quiet before the dawn. It just keeps carrying me on. No exit sign, no holy light, no perfect place to leave the night. The road goes quiet before the dawn, and I go quiet with it. The road goes quiet before the dawn. The radio coughs, then carries on. The road goes quiet before the dawn. The old ache thins but isn't gone. I don't need the sky to prove that I can still get home and move. The road goes quiet before the dawn, and I go quiet with it. The coffee cup is empty. The rain has lost its voice. The highway turns to county road, like it made a softer choice. The dash light goes pale, the mirror clears slow. The last truck behind me turns somewhere I won't go. Where the road goes quiet, I don't become new. I just stop arguing with what I drove through. Nothing ends sharp, nothing gets clean. The dawn opens slowly. No exit for miles. Green sign in the rain. The tank sits under half, and I still don't know your name. No exit for miles, no reason to turn. That's what the sign says in letters cracked and burned. A dead moth is stuck inside the dome like glass, and the whole car smells like coffee from an hour I let pass. My phone has no service, just a time I don't trust. The fries in the paper bag have gone cold into dust. I laugh low at nothing, then cough like it hurt. Cause sometimes a joke lands when nobody said the words. The road keeps its mouth shut. The rain keeps mine closed. I wanted a way out, but not one that I chose. No exit for miles, no reason to turn. The headlights keep working, but the coffee won't burn. No exit for miles, no reason to turn. I know what I left, I don't know what I earned. No exit for miles, no reason to turn. The map lies pretty while the engine learns. I'm not trying to disappear, I'm just staying here. There's a scratch on the dashboard from the night I threw my keys. I missed the open window by a foot, maybe 3. There's an old parking ticket stuffed under the mat from a city I hated till I wanted it back. A truck stop billboard promises showers and steak. 24 hours open, like that helps a mistake. The road sign behind it says next exit 62. I say of course out loud, like the road did this to me too. No exit for miles, no reason to turn. The headlights keep working, but the coffee won't burn. No exit for miles, no reason to turn. I know what I left, I don't know what I earned. No exit for miles, no reason to turn. The map lies pretty while the engine learns. I'm not trying to disappear, I'm just bad at staying here. No exit, half tank, dead phone, think about the kitchen and the chair with the split seam, the sink full of dishes and the shirt I didn't clean. I think about your mess that's sitting blue and unread. Not even something dramatic, just you get home yet. I could have typed back, almost I could have typed I'm fine. I could have sent a dumb photo of the state line sign, but I made the screen go black like that counted as peace. Now the silence has my number and it will not leave. There is a lottery ticket in the door with no in, a hotel soap wrapper from a place I've never been. There is sand in the floor mat, though there's no beach near here. There is one clean shirt folded like an accusation in the rear. The car is full of small things that don't know they are evidence. A straw, a cap, a receipt, a little pile of accidents. If anybody searched it, they would not find a crime, just a person using highways to buy a little time. No exit for miles, the sign said it plain. The rain hit the windshield and ran off like shame. No exit for miles, the radio died, then came back with static and a used car ad. I grip the wheel harder when the road goes wide, because space feels dangerous when there is nowhere to hide. The speed limit says 70, I'm doing 64. Slow enough to think, too fast to be sure. Maybe there is a town ahead with one bar still lit, a waitress counting tips on a man cleaning spit. Maybe there is a motel with the Bible in the drawer and a carpet that remembers everybody before. But I won't stop there either, I know myself by now. I like doors from a distance, then forget how to get out. So I keep the lane steady, past the black pine wall, past the signs that warn deer, like warning helps at all. No exit for miles, no reason to turn. The headlights keep working, but the coffee won't burn. No exit for miles, no reason to turn. I know what I left, I don't know what I earned. No exit for miles, no reason to turn. The map lies pretty while the engine learns. I'm not trying to disappear, I'm just bad at staying. No exit for miles, no reason to turn. The tank runs lower and the old thoughts return. No exit for miles, no reason to turn. I wanted the road, but I hate what it confirms. No exit for miles, no reason to turn. If I call you now, what bridge would burn? I'm not lost enough to be saved, I'm just tired of my own driveway. The sign falls behind, the rain goes thin. The phone finds one bar, then loses it again. I don't make a promise, I don't get clear, I just keep both hands where the wheel can feel near. No exit for miles, no reason to turn. A dead moth in the dome light, the lesson I won't learn. The highway keeps going like it doesn't care, and for once in the dark, that feels almost fair. Lane lines disappear in the rain ahead of me. White paint turns to water and the road forgets to be. The lane lines disappear in the rain, right where the highway bends. Two white strokes, then nothing, then two white strokes again. My eyes burn from the heater and the windshield's dirty glow. I wipe a clear spot with my sleeve, like that will make me know. The tires hit a puddle and the wheel pulls to the right. My thumb finds the cracked leather and holds on a little tight. The coffee's gone cold again, but I drink it just the same, because bitter keeps me present when the lane lines disappear in the rain. The shoulder growls beside me. The rumble strip complains. I move back toward the middle like I meant to do that anyway. The lane lines disappear in the rain. I keep driving by memory and stain. The lane lines disappear in the rain. One blink too long and nothing looks the same. The lane lines disappear in the rain. So I follow the shine of a truck up ahead. I don't need a miracle, I don't need a sign. Just one more stripe and a little more time. The defroster smells like dust and something warm gone bad. There's a parking ticket folded in the map pocket by my hand. A peppermint rolls in circles every time I take a curve, like a tiny white planet with nowhere it deserves. The roadwork signs are leaning, orange ghosts along the side. One says merge left soon, then vanishes behind. A cone lies in the breakdown lane, split open like a fruit. I think about the things I miss because I couldn't choose a route. The lane lines disappear in the rain. I keep driving by memory and stain. The lane lines disappear in the rain. One blink too long and nothing looks the same. The lane lines disappear in the rain. So I follow the shine of a truck up ahead. I don't need a miracle, I don't need a sign. Just one more stripe and a little more time. White paint, wet road, eyes burn, don't slow. A sign says slippery when wet, as if the road should warn me now. As if I didn't know by then how smooth things can go down. The radio loses the chorus right before the line I like, then comes back with a weatherman saying rain through most of the night. I pass a little cross with fake flowers by the guardrail. Purple plastic bending in the dirty highway gale. I look back for a second, then hate the way I do. Like staring at disaster makes me better than the view. I should pull over somewhere at the next rest stop sign, wash my face in a sink and pretend I feel fine. But the sign comes and goes in the spray from a semi, and the thought leaves with it before it gets too friendly. There's grit in my teeth from the window cracked open, a receipt stuck to my boot from the store with the broken ice machine back. Coffee man asleep by the chips. I remember his hands and the crack in his lips. The road turns black glass, the painted lines drown. The wipers slap faster, but the rain comes down. My phone slides forward and hits the floor mat. The GPS says nothing like it wants no part of that. The wheel jerks once at the edge of the lane. My heart kicks hard, then hides it again. No car horn, no crash, no bright white scene. Just me saying Jesus, though I don't know what I mean. For 20 silent seconds I drive like I am you, both hands high on the wheel, like a kid told what to do. The truck ahead keeps glowing, red dots and all the gray. I follow at a distance like shame can lead the way. Maybe this is the moment where a smarter person stops, finds a booth by a window and waits until the weather drops. But I am not that clean and the night is not done, so I keep the car straight and try not to become someone. The lane lines disappear in the rain. I keep driving by memory and stain. The lane lines disappear in the rain. One blink too long and nothing looks the same. The lane lines disappear in the rain. So I follow the shine of a truck up ahead. I don't need a miracle, I don't need a sign. Just one more stripe and a little more time. The lane lines disappear in the rain. My hands shake once, then go still again. The lane lines disappear in the rain. And I stop pretending this is only a drive. I turns east. The white paint returns in broken little pieces. My breathing comes back. The wheel gets light. The shoulder stops growling at the edge of the night. The lane lines disappear, then return and fade. Like every bad choice I almost made. Nothing in sharp, nothing goes clean. The rain keeps riding where the road has been. Under the overpass, concrete dripping black. The engine changes its voice and throws my voice back. The overpass swallows the sound right when the road dips low. Rain falls from the concrete seams in dirty strings and rows. Graffiti on the left wall says, "Call me when you're scared." A number scratched beneath it, like somebody once was there. I roll through doing 40, though the sign says 55. The tires slap a puddle, and the whole car feels alive. For 3 seconds, the sky is gone. No stars, no radio tower, just wet cement above me, and the smell of old rainwater. The engine talks different under all this stone. I hear myself breathing like I'm not alone. The overpass swallows the sound, takes the road and pulls it down. The overpass swallows the sound and gives it back too loud. I drive beneath the weight of it, concrete, rain, and rust. The overpass swallows the sound, but it never swallows enough. There are beer cans in the gravel, a torn tire by the rail, a plastic bag caught dancing on a fence with one bent nail. Somebody left a suitcase split open near the drain. Nothing inside but shirt sleeves, getting darker in the rain. I think about stopping, then I hate myself for that. Like every sad thing on the roadside needs a witness looking back. So I keep the car moving past the pillars and the stains, past the place where all the city looks embarrassed by the rain. The overpass swallows the sound, takes the road and pulls it down. The overpass swallows the sound, then gives it back too loud. I drive beneath the weight of it, concrete, rain, and rust. The overpass swallows the sound, but it never swallows enough. Low bridge, wet wall, old name, echo call. The first time I came this way, you were asleep in the seat, your forehead on the window, leaving fog where glass meets cheek. I wanted to say something about how quiet you could get, but I was scared to wake you, and more scared you'd forget. Now the seatbelt hangs empty, clicking soft against the door. The same exit keeps appearing like it wants one scene more. A train moves somewhere above me, or maybe just a truck. Either way, the whole roof trembles like the night is waking up. I don't like the part of the highway where the world goes under itself, where the city shows its plumbing and the shadows on its shelf, where the pretty signs disappear and the support beams stay, where old water keeps falling on everyone who passes this way. There's a shoe near the shoulder pointing west with no foot. There's a busted shopping cart in the place the grass gave up. There's a mattress wrapped in plastic leaning into the chain link. And I hate how many things look like a person when I blink under the overpass. My phone loses the call, not that I was calling, I just watched the bars fall under the overpass. The rain sounds close and mean, like coins in a tin can, like static under a dream. The headlights find a puddle, then break into pieces for a second. My face looks older in the windshield. I laugh through my nose because there is no one to hear. Then the road climbs out slowly and the sky reappears. Maybe every road needs a place where the light can't follow through. Maybe every driver has a tunnel they pretend they never knew. Maybe I like the darkness because it tells the truth fast. You go in holding your breath, you come out and nothing passed. The city opens after, with hotels and exit lanes. A billboard for a lawyer smiling hard through the rain. I should feel less heavy now the bridge is behind, but the echo keeps riding in the back of my mind. The overpass swallows the sound, takes the road and pulls it down. The overpass swallows the sound, then gives it back too loud. I drive beneath the weight of it, concrete, rain and rust. The overpass swallows the sound, but it never swallows enough. The overpass swallows the sound, my old name, my bad mouth. The overpass swallows the sound, but not the thing I drove around. I don't need a clean way out, I don't need the sky to crack. I just need the road above me to stop throwing me back. The bridge falls behind me, the pillars lose shape, the wet wall becomes nothing, the echo gets... Rear view ghosts, red lights in the glass. The road behind me is empty, but it still knows how to ask. I see ghosts in the rear view glass. Not faces, not white sheets, just the shape of things I left. In the rain behind the seats, a jacket on the backrest, still holding someone's smell. An old receipt from Sunday, curled up in the cup well. The mirror shakes a little every time the bass road hums. Two headlights rise behind me, then turn off and become none. I check it more than needed, like the past might try to pass. All I get is wet black road and ghosts in the rear view glass. Red lights fade, white lines bend. I keep looking back, like looking back in an end. I see ghosts in the rearview glass. They don't scream, they don't ask, they just ride where the dark road was, and the blur of the cars I passed. I see ghosts in the rearview glass. Every mile makes them smaller and mean. I keep both hands on the wheel tonight, but they keep riding behind me. There's a hair tie on the shifter that was never mine to keep. A fast food straw wrapper pressed flat under my seat. The glove box won't close right since the night you kicked it mad, looking for a lighter you swore you never had. I pass a black mailbox with the flag bent down, a dark box at nothing from the edge of some dead town. The radio plays low enough to sound like someone near, and I almost say your name just to see if it appears. I see ghosts in the rearview glass. They don't scream, they don't ask, they just ride where the dark road was, in the blur of the cars I passed. I see ghosts in the rearview glass. Every mile makes them smaller and mean. I keep both hands on the wheel tonight, but they keep riding behind me. Backseat, old coat, red lights, rain smoke. I don't believe in hauntings, but I know what objects do. They sit there being useless till they start sounding like you. That gas station lighter with the plastic cracked in two still clicks without a flame, like it wants one more excuse. The shoulder has a guardrail covered up in silver rain. I see my own eyes in the mirror, then look away again. A semi comes behind me, big and bright and close. For 1 second all my ghosts turn into headlights on the road. Maybe I should clean this car, throw your small things out, vacuum up the floorboards, let the old smell out. But the next trash can is miles away, and the rain is coming hard, and some things feel too tiny to explain why they still scar. There's a cracked CD case with no disc inside, a parking ticket folded from a night I let slide. There is dust on the dashboard, there were crumbs in the seam. There is a whole old argument in the passenger seat. Rear view ghosts don't need a voice, they live in little leftovers in the shape of every choice. Rear view ghosts don't need a chain, they just wait in the mirror when the glass catches rain. I tap the brake too early at a curve I know is fine. The red wash fills the cabin like a warning sign. Nothing moves behind me, no car, no face, no proof, just the road I keep escaping, still attached to the roof. I remember one small moment, more than the big bad fight. You eating fries in silence under a broken parking light. You passed me one without looking, salt cold on your thumb. I said something stupid because I hated feeling young. Now the bag from another dinner rolls around under my feet, and I can't tell what I miss more, you or who I tried to be. The mirror keeps its distance, the highway keeps its lane, and the ghosts stay almost quiet till I check the glass again. I see ghosts in the rearview glass. They don't scream, they don't ask, they just ride where the dark road was, in the blur of the cars I passed. I see ghosts in the rearview glass. Every mile makes them smaller and mean. I keep both hands on the wheel tonight, but they keep riding behind me. I see ghosts in the rearview glass, and the red lights and the rain. I see ghosts in the rearview glass, in the jacket and the stain. I don't need them to forgive me, I don't need them to leave, I just need the road ahead my grief. The mirror turns black, the red lights are gone. The jacket stops moving, the radio hums on. My blinker clicks once for a turn I do not take. I leave the sound hanging like another small mistake. I don't throw anything away, I don't call it peace. I just drive till the ghost get tired of chasing me. Rear view ghost. Roll behind, wet grass, tired mind. Nothing ends clean, nothing comes fast. Just red lights fading in the rear view glass. Gas station at 3 a.m. Fluorescent white and green. The pump stand in the rain, like nobody's bad dream. The gas station hums like a lonely church out by the highway bend. One bulb above pump 7 keeps pretending it's not dead. I park beside the air machine with quarters in the tray and sit there with the engine on like I'm waiting for permission to stay. My shoes squeak on the tile when I walk inside too slow. The clerk looks up from his phone, then lets his eyes go low. There are hot dogs turning circles like they gave up years ago, and a coffee pot burned black beside a cup that says hello. I came in for nothing, maybe gum, maybe time, maybe just to hear a doorbell say I crossed some kind of line. The gas station hums like a lonely church, bright enough to make the darkness hurt. The gas station hums like a lonely church, a tired little altar by the wet black dirt. I don't pray, I just stand there first, with my hands in my coat and my throat gone worse. The gas station hums like a lonely church, and I am still not sure what I'm asking for. There's a bathroom key tied up to a brick with orange string, like everybody steals something when the night gets this thin. The mirror over the sink has a crack through one eye. I wash my hands for too long and watch the water fight the light. Someone carved a phone number in the paint beside the door. No name, no joke, no reason, just 10 digits asking more. The paper towel machine is empty, so I dry my hands on jeans, then hear the icebox coughing like a person in a dream. The gas station hums like a lonely church, bright enough to make the darkness hurt. The gas station hums like a lonely church, a tired little altar by the wet black dirt. I don't pray, I just stand there first, with my hands in my coat and my throat gone worse. The gas station hums like a lonely church, and I am still not sure what I'm asking for. Pump 7, bad coffee, wet shoes, nobody knows me. I buy mints I do not want, and a lighter I don't need. The clerk says rough night, like he sells that kind of thing. I almost tell the truth, then point at the rain instead. He nods like rain explains it and gives me back my change. The receipt prints are crooked with the ink already weak. I fold it in my pocket like proof I didn't speak outside. Under the awning a moth beats the same white square, and for one dumb little second I feel sorry for us there. The highway looks less endless from a place with dirty floors, from shelves of motor oil and automatic doors. There are maps nobody buys, there are postcards from this town, a rack of cheap sunglasses for a sun that isn't around. The coffee tastes like metal, but I drink it anyway, because holding something warm feels close enough to stay in. The payphone by the bathroom has no receiver anymore, just a cord hanging loose like a question near the door. Outside the rain keeps working on the roof and on the pumps. A trucker sleeps sideways with the cab light coming up. The trash can overflows with wrappers, cups, and steam, and the whole place smells like gasoline and someone else's dream. I stand beside my car with a new coffee in my hand, watching oil turn rainbow in the puddles near the van. Nothing sacred happens, no angel clears his throat, just a price sign buzzing over cigarettes and coke. I think about calling you from this stupid empty lot, and remember I don't know what part of me would talk. Would I say I miss your kitchen? Would I say I drove too far? Would I say I'm buying mints at a station off the dock? So I throw the couplet badly, miss the trash and leave it there, then go back and pick it up like that proves I still care. The clerk has gone back scrolling, the doorbell rings again, and I step into the weather with no witness, no amen. The gas station hums like a lonely church, bright enough to make the darkness hurt. The gas station hums like a lonely church, tired little altar by the wet black dirt. I don't pray, I just stand there first, with my hands in my coat and my throat gone worse. The gas station hums like a lonely church, and I am still not sure what I'm asking for. The gas station hums like a lonely church. The coffee went cold before it worked. The gas station hums like a lonely church, and the clerk knows better than to ask for words. I don't get saved, I don't get cursed, I just turn the key and let the engine search. The gas station hums like a Mile marker 103, green paint in the rain. I pass it every time like it still remembers my name. Mile marker 103 leans crooked by the road, half the numbers peeling, half swallowed by the cold. I don't know why I notice after all these miles of black. Maybe some places look at you like they expect you to come back. The coffee's gone bitter, the lid cracked on one side, a brown ring on my jeans from the cup I set too high. There's a wrapper on the floorboard from a gas station sandwich, and your last text on my phone still sitting there unanswered. I slow down without meaning to. The tires hiss and drag. The green sign in the headlights feels like something I should have. Mile marker 103 remembers me, knows the part I keep pretending not to see. Mile marker 103 remembers me, a small green witness on a wet black street. I keep driving like the past can't read, but it knows the make and model of me. Mile marker 103 remembers me, even when I don't wanna be seen. It was right around this exit when you called me last July. I let it ring too long and blamed the mountain lion. You said, "Are you still coming?" I said, "Yeah, I'm almost there," but I was parked outside a diner changing shirts in the mirror. The waitress gave me water with a lemon full of seeds. I stared at my own hands like they belonged to somebody. You waited by the porch steps with your hair still wet from rain, and I drove another loop because I hated being late. Mile marker 103 remembers me, knows the part I keep pretending not to see. Mile marker 103 remembers me, a small green witness on a wet black street. I keep driving like the past can't read, but it knows the make and model of me. Mile marker 103 remembers me, even when I don't wanna be seen. 103 green sign, bad excuse, wrong time. I didn't crash the evening, I just sanded it down, made everything smaller till it barely made a sound. You didn't yell or curse me, you just stood in the hall with one hand on the railing like I had made you feel tall. I remember your porch light, bug yellow and mean, the wet towels in the doorway, the dog watching me leave. I remember saying sorry in a voice I could not trust, then checking the rear view like distance would clean the dust. Some markers count the miles, some count what you owe, some stand there in the weather with nowhere else to go. I wish I had a reason, better than being scared, better than making people wait, than acting like I care. There's a dime in the cup holder, a motel pen gone dry, a paper napkin folded with a number I won't try. The road is not a courtroom, the rain is not a priest, but every time I pass this sign, something takes a seat. 103 in the headlights, 103 in the rain. I say I'm only passing through, then pass through it again. The truck shakes the shoulder, the sign jumps in the glass. For a second it looks angry, then it lets me pass. I turn the radio lower though nobody is talking. The engine keeps making that old tired knocking. I know a sign can't remember, I know pain has no mind, but I still feel it watching when it falls behind. Maybe I should call you at some honest hour, not from a moving car, not hiding under power. Maybe I should say it plain, no weather, no excuse. I was afraid of being wanted and more afraid of being used, but the service dies here, the screen says no bars. The road curves through the pines and the world stays hard. So I keep both hands steady and let the green sign go, like letting go is something you can do at 64. Mile marker 103 remembers me, knows the part I keep pretending not to see. Mile marker 103 remembers me, a small green witness on a wet black street. I keep driving like the past can't read, but it knows the make and model of me. Mile marker 103 remembers me, even when I don't want to be seen. Mile marker 103 remembers me, the phone went dead and the rain got me. but it hasn't spilled yet. I don't turn around, I don't get free. I just leave a little more of me. And mile marker 103. 103, green sign. Bad excuse, still mine. Dashboard glow, orange on my hands. The GPS keeps recalculating, like it thinks I had a plan. The dashboard glow, don't let me go. It's the only warm thing here. 48 miles to nothing, and a quarter tank of fear. The coffee in the cup holder has a skin across the top. I bought it 2 towns back and forgot to make it stop. There are coins in the console, sticky with old soda, a lighter that is empty, a receipt from Oklahoma. The radio knob is worn down where my thumb keeps coming back. I turn it left and right again just to hear the speakers crack. The speedometer is steady, but my chest keeps changing lanes. A little orange city living under plastic glass. Dashboard glow, don't let me go. Keep me from looking too far down the road. Dashboard glow, don't let me go. If I stop now, I might know what I know. Dashboard glow, don't let me go. The night outside is too big and cold. I don't need heaven, I don't need a sign. Just cheap orange light and a white road line. The GPS lady tells me to make a legal U-turn, as if going back is simple, as if bridges do not burn. I say not tonight out loud to nobody in the seat, then feel weird for answering a voice with no body. The air vent clicks in rhythm with a loose piece near the dash. Every bump makes something rattle, like a memory in a bag. There's dust in every button, there are fries under the mat. There is a name in my call log, I keep not calling back. Dashboard glow, don't let me go. Keep me from looking too far down the road. Dashboard glow, don't let me go. If I stop now, I might know what I know. Dashboard glow, don't let me go. The night outside is too big and cold. I don't need heaven, I don't need a sign. Just cheap orange light and a white road line. Orange light, bad coffee, wrong turn, still moving. The check engine light flickers, then decides to stay polite, like even the car knows I cannot take one more fight. I tap the steering wheel with a rhythm I don't like, the kind you make when you're lonely, but pretending it's a drive. A motel key from last summer still hangs from my old chain. Room 12, cracked blue plastic with a number rubbed away. I never gave it back, I never knew what to keep. Something's right around with you, because they're too small to leave. I have been in this car too long. The windows smell like rain, my jacket's on the backseat like someone else came. There's lipstick on a paper cup from a mouth that isn't mine. Or maybe it was mine once on a different kind of night. The road signs keep arriving and falling out of view. Exit 27, rest area in 2, but the dashboard stays close like a hand over a match. Small light, small mercy in a car full of trash. Dashboard glow, cigarette hole in the seat. Old map folded wrong underneath my feet. Dashboard glow, phone at 1%. I know where I could go, I just don't know what it meant. The mirror shakes a little when the bass from nowhere hits. A pickup passes angry, then the black road swallows it. For a second I feel normal, for a second I feel gone. Then the GPS repeats itself and I keep driving on. A deer stands by the shoulder like a statue made of breath. I slow down, hold the wheel, and we both consider death. Then it turns into the trees like it never needed roads. I whisper, must be nice, and the heater coughs up cold. The dashboard glow is fading where the plastic has gone old. Some numbers don't light up now, some stories don't get told, but I still read what I can. Fuel, speed, time, all the little lies that help a person stay inside the line. Dashboard glow, don't let me go, keep me from looking too far down the road. Dashboard glow, don't let me go. If I stop now, I might know what I know. Dashboard glow, don't let me go. The night outside is too big and cold. I don't need heaven, I don't need a sign, just cheap orange light and a white road line. Dashboard glow, don't let me go. The coffee went sour and the radio's low. Dashboard glow, don't let me go. The GPS gave up 20 miles ago. Dashboard glow, don't let me go. I am not brave, I'm just hard to tow. Some nights you live by the smallest flame and call it direction because it has a name. The orange light hums over dust and keys, over old receipts, over shaking knees. The road keeps asking, but I answer slow, not with a reason, just dashboard glow. Dashboard glow, don't let me go. The dashboard glow, don't let me go. The dark leans in, the engine rolls. Nothing gets fixed, nothing gets known, but the car keeps warm and I keep going. Headlights through the rain, hands tight on the wheel. The glass keeps fogging over. The road does not feel real. The wipers miss a corner every time they drag across a little moon of dirty water where the whole road gets lost. I lean closer to the windshield like that ever helped before. Like the yellow lines get honest if I stare a little more. A truck comes from the darkness, high beams, rude and white. For a second I see everything, then nothing but night. My right hand smells like coffee, my left hand smells like smoke, and the radio keeps coughing on a joke that never spoke. The tires whisper careful, the shoulder drops away. I do not trust the weather, but I keep it in the lane. Headlights through the rain keep me awake. Cutting up the dark, making silver on the brake. Headlights through the rain keep me awake. I blink too long and the whole world shakes. Headlights through the rain don't disappear. I need something in front of me clear. I'm not asking where this road ends. I just need the next 10 seconds. 10 seconds. The heater blows too hot now, so I crack the window down. Cold air hits my neck like somebody I let down. There is a napkin on the floor with a number and no name. Ink bleeding into nothing at the bottom of the rain. The mirror keeps flashing with cars that never stay. 2 red dots behind me, then they take another way. I pass a field of black cows standing still beside a fence. They look like bad ideas that learned how to make sense. Headlights through the rain keep me awake. Cutting up the dark, making silver on the brake. Headlights through the rain keep me awake. I blink too long and the whole world shakes. Headlights through the rain don't disappear. I need something in front of me clear. I'm not asking where this road ends. I just need the next 10 seconds. 10 seconds. White lines, wet glass, wrong time. The sign says construction for the next 11 miles. Cones leaning in the storm like drunks outside a trial. 1 lane turns into 1 lane, then into something less. I slow down for orange barrels and the mess inside my chest. I almost hear your voice in the tires on the seam. That dumb little laugh you made when nothing looked that deep, like leaving was a joke. Then the rain gets louder and the memory loses smoke. I don't want a clean answer, I don't want a dramatic turn. I want the road to stay visible until the bad thoughts burn. I want the glass to stop fogging, I want the wheel to stay straight. I want the next green mile marker before I think of your face. There is a bottle rolling underneath the passenger seat. There is a French fry fossil where the carpet meets my feet. There is an old gas receipt stuck to the cup holder rim. There is a song I keep skipping cause the chorus sounds like him. Rain hits harder, then let's go. Headlights smear on the wet black road. No choir in the distance, no sign from above. Just a dead bug on the windshield and a glove box that won't shut. I breathe through my mouth when the glass clouds again. Draw 1 crooked line with the side of my hand. The engine keeps muttering like it knows I'm a fake. Still the headlights through the rain keep me awake. A gas station shines ahead, but I pass it on the right. Too bright, too awake, too much like real life. I don't want a clerk asking if I need anything else. I don't want my own voice coming back from a shelf. So the road takes me farther, past the pumps and the sign, past a dead payphone, past the ice machine light. The rain thins for a minute, then comes back sideways again. And I keep following headlights like a person follows a friend. Headlights through the rain keep me awake. Cutting up the dark, making silver on the brake. Headlights through the rain keep me awake. I blink too long and the whole world shakes. Headlights through the rain don't disappear. I need something in front of me clear. I'm not asking where this road ends. I just need the next 10 seconds. chases me for one clean second. The lane lines show, then the rain comes back, and I follow them slow. The wipers miss a corner every time they drag across a little moon of dirty water where the whole road gets lost. The wipers miss a corner every time they drag across a little moon of dirty water where the whole road gets lost. I lean closer to the windshield, like that ever helped before, like the yellow lines get Empty highway, 3 a.m. on the dash, cold coffee in the cup holder, rain crawling over glass. I left without a jacket, left the porch light on, didn't slam the door behind me, didn't tell myself I'm gone. There is a receipt on the passenger seat from a place I can't recall. $2 for bad coffee, and my name spelled wrong. The wipers drag and complain like they hate this road too. The radio finds a preacher, then a song from '92. I laugh once at nothing, with both hands on the wheel, because the engine sounds honest, and I don't have to feel. White line split open, black road keeps folding. I should turn around, but the night keeps going. I'm driving nowhere on an empty highway, no one behind me, nothing in the lane. I'm driving nowhere on an empty highway, just headlights, wet asphalt, and a tired last name. I'm driving nowhere on an empty highway. The map can quit pretending it knows I'm not lost enough to call it running, not close enough to call it home. The dashboard glows orange like a cheap motel sign. My phone slides in the console, still waiting for a line. There's a crack in the windshield, shaped like a little vein, and every time a truck passes, it disappears in rain. I pass a closed diner with chairs stacked upside down, a vending machine blinking like it owns the whole town. Some bugs hit the headlights like sparks that never stay, and the road opens wider than anything I can say. I'm driving nowhere on an empty highway, no one behind me, nothing in the lane. I'm driving nowhere on an empty highway, just headlights, wet asphalt, and a tired last name. I'm driving nowhere on an empty highway. The map can quit pretending it knows I'm not lost enough to call it running, not close enough to call it home. No exit sign, no good reason, no big goodbye, just bad timing and a season. I should have answered your message before the battery died. Should have said something normal, like I'm fine, just tired. But normal feels expensive when the night gets this wide, so I keep the windows cracked open and let the cold come inside. The road killed by the shoulder looks like a jacket at first. I slow down for a second, then feel stupid and worse. The rear view shows nothing but the rain I drove through. Funny how the past gets smaller when it's still following you. There's gum in the ashtray, a coin under my knee, A paper map in the glove box from before the phone knew me. There is a stain on my sleeve from coffee I didn't drink. There is a word in my mouth that I don't wanna think. Maybe this is not freedom, maybe this is just delay. Maybe I needed a highway to keep the room away. Maybe I wanted the engine to talk over my head. Maybe I wanted the distance to say what I never said. A motel sign blinks vacancy, then gives up for a mile. I almost take the service road just to stand there for a while. By minutes I do not want, ask a stranger for the time. Hear my own voice working like it still belongs to mine. But the ramp slides past me and I stay in the lane, with the heater blowing dust in the windows, tasting rain. There is no clean decision in the middle of the dark. Only little turns you miss and pretend they were too far. Rain on the windshield, gas under half, one hand on the wheel, one eye on the past. No grand disaster, no beautiful wound, just a car full of silence and an old borrowed tune. The summer moves past me with its red lights low. For a second I follow, then I let it go. The road doesn't ask me what I came here to prove. It just takes the tires and gives nothing to lose. I'm driving nowhere on an empty highway. No one behind me, nothing in the lane. I'm driving nowhere on an empty highway. Just headlights, wet asphalt, and the tired last name. I'm driving nowhere on an empty highway. The map can quit pretending it knows I'm not lost enough to call it running, not close enough to call it home. I'm driving nowhere on an empty highway. The coffee went cold an hour ago. I'm driving nowhere on an empty highway, and the radio is breathing low. I'm driving nowhere on an empty highway. I don't need the morning to explain. Some nights you keep the car moving just to hear something answer your name. The road keeps stretching, the rain gets thin, the orange dash light fades under my skin. No exit behind me, no promise ahead, just the highway humming through the things I never said. I'm driving nowhere, still driving nowhere. The engine gets quieter, the sky almost gray, and nothing ends hard here. It only pulls away. Static before sleep, blue light going thin. The room is almost quiet, but the noise is still within. The television fades darker, but a silver breath remains. Like soft snow behind the glass, the clock no longer shouts now. It only glows and waits, a small blue square of weather at the edge of being late. Rain keeps tapping slowly on the window and the brick, and the thoughts that ran in circles start to loosen from the click. Let the white noise thin, let the low keys breathe, let the blue room dim. At the edge of sleep, the static fades before I do. It falls away from view. Every restless little signal turns from sharp to soft and blue. The static fades before I do. but I am following it down into the quieter part of me, where the night makes no sound. Stay low, fade slow, let the room release. Static fades before I do, and carries me towards sleep. The fan above the ceiling turns slower than before. Its circle is a whisper, not a question anymore. The laptop is closed gently, the cursor left behind a blank page, sleeping somewhere in the corner of my mind. The roads arrives like moonlight through a curtain made of rain, warm enough to guide me, not strong enough to stain. The upright bass moves under like a blanket on the floor, and the brush drums barely touch me, then step back from the door. Let the signal drift, let the radio fall, let the tired heart lift without moving at all. The static fades before I do. It falls away from view. Every restless little signal turns from sharp to soft and blue. The static fades before I do, but I am following it down into the quieter part of me, where the night makes no sound. Low scream, half dream, white noise gone. Let the dark move on. There is nothing left to solve now, not because the answers came, but because the room got softer and the thoughts forgot their names. A worry near the dresser, a future by the sink. They are still there in the shadows, but too tired now to think. A trumpet sounds like distance from a station out of range, and dissolves into the rain before it asks the night to change. A saxophone comes after with a note too low to keep, like the city singing softly to the ones afraid of sleep. Keep this ending almost empty, let the instruments leave one by one. No bright resolution, no waking up the sun. Let the vocals stay close and tired, like a breath beside the bed. Let the bass line become softer than the wires in my head. Let the roads blur into rainfall, let the sax lose all its weight. Let the drums become the window, let the tape hiss dissipate. Let the song not fix the static, let it only turn it down, till the room becomes a shoreline and the noise forgets to drown. No hard stop, no sudden peace, only static thinning at the edge of sleep. No final cure, no switch to press, only midnight folding into something less. I hear the vinyl crackle, I hear the heater rest, I hear the rain outside me like a hand against my chest. I hear my breathing enter where the white noise used to be, and the mind that would not stop starts floating out of me. Maybe sleep is not a victory, maybe calm is not control. Maybe I do not need to conquer every current in my skull. Maybe all a night can offer is a place to lay things down, without making them disappear, without keeping them around. So I leave the screen unguarded, let the blue light lose its claim, let the room keep all its humming without turning it to blame. If morning finds me drifting with the rain still on the glass, I will let the static leave me like a storm that learned to pass. The static fades before I do, it falls away from view. Every restless little signal toward sleep. Ooh, low screen, ooh, half dream, ooh, white noise gone. Let the dark move on. The room is almost quiet, but the noise is still within. The television fades darker, but a silver breath remains. I can't turn my mind off. Blue light on the wall. The room is almost sleeping, but I'm not sleeping at all. The screen is dark beside me. The clock is burning low. Rain moves across the window like a thought that will not go. I turn the pillow over. I count the ceiling lines, but every quiet corner starts another little fire. The city has gone softer, under wires, pipes, and rain. No siren, no voices, just a hum beneath my name. The saxophone is distant, like a breath behind the door. And the note keeps almost ending, then it asks for something more. I close my eyes, but the thoughts stay bright. I lower the room, but not the night. I can't turn my mind off. I can't make the noise go low. Every thought becomes another thought, and every thought wants more. I can't turn my mind off, but I am tired of the fight. Maybe I can let it hum in the corner of the night. Stay low, stay near. Let the static drift and soften. I can't turn my mind off, but I can stop trying so often. There are no big disasters, only small things out of place. A message left unanswered, a look on someone's face. The future on the dresser, like a bill I have not paid. And yesterday returning in a sentence that I made. The roads comes through like warm fog underneath the bedroom door. The upright bass moves slowly, like a heart beneath the floor. The drum brush taps in circles, not enough to make me run, just enough to give a body to the thoughts I cannot stun. Let the white noise breathe, let the low bass stay. Let the clock light leave its blue dust on the day. I can't turn my mind off. I can't make the noise go low. Every thought becomes another thought, and every thought wants more. I can't turn my mind off, but I am tired of the fight. Maybe I can let it hum in the corner of the night. Ooh, mind won't sleep. Ooh, thoughts run deep. Ooh, blue light, hold me through the night. I used to think that silence was a door I had to find, but silence only echoes when the room is full of mind. I tried to fix the evening, I tried to name the ache, but naming every worry only taught it how to wake. A muted trumpet flickers like a signal in the rain, then breaks apart so gently it forgets to leave a stain. The sax comes in between words, never crowding out the air, like it knows a busy head needs a little empty there. Keep this chorus simple, like a sentence I repeat, not a perfect resolution, just a pulse beneath the sheet. No big dramatic answer, no sunrise bursting through, only one tired woman in a room turned blue. Let the drums stay human, let the bass line hold the ground, let the roads blur the edges of every restless sound. Let the horn lines come in fragments, then dissolve into the rain. Let the song not stop the thinking, only make it less in pain. No hard stop, no sudden peace, only thoughts unwinding at the edge of sleep. No final cure, no switch to press, only blue room breathing through the mental mess. I hear the vinyl crackle, I hear the heat aside, I hear the wires humming like they also wonder why. I hear my own breath lowering where the bright thoughts used to climb, and the noise becomes a rhythm instead of only time. Maybe I am not broken, maybe I am overloaded, maybe every human mind has a place where rain is coated. Maybe rest is not a blackout, maybe peace is not a wall, maybe I can hear the static and still not answer all. So I leave the clock uncovered, let the blue light do its part, let the rain keep tapping softly on the glass outside my heart. If sleep comes after morning, I will not call that wrong, I will let the night keep fading at the pace of its own song. I can't turn my mind off, I can't make the noise go low. Every thought becomes another thought, and every thought once more. I can't turn my mind off, but the hum is not as sharp. I am still awake and listening, but it does not own my heart. I can't turn my mind off, thin as wires, soft as rain. I am not a broken signal, I am only full of strain. Stay low, stay near, let the static drift and soften. I can't turn my mind off, but I can stop trying. So signal lost at 3 a.m. Blue screen in the rain. The room keeps trying to reach me through a broken little frame. The phone beside the pillow shows no bars, only time. A weak glow on the blanket, like a small electric sign. I hold it to the window as if the sky could hear, but the city underwater sends no answer back in here. The rain makes every rooftop look like static from above. Every tower keeps its red eye blinking over darkened blocks. I do not need a message, I do not need a call. Still the silence in the signal feels too loud against the wall. Let the lost bus bars fade. Let the low drums rise, let the blue screen shake under sleepless eyes. Signal lost, but I'm still receiving every thought that keeps repeating. Nothing comes through clear tonight, only noise and little pieces. Signal lost, but I'm still receiving all the things I should release. I'm standing by the window trying to lose the frequency. Cut low, move slow, let the weak light bend. Signal lost at 3 a.m., but the noise has not ended. The groove comes in like pressure from a train beneath the street. A dusty kick, a tired snare, a pulse under my feet. The roads is warm and crooked like a lamp behind the rain, and the upright bass keeps walking through the wires in my brain. I swipe the screen for nothing, refresh the empty air, as if one more little motion could prove that I am there. A saxophone breaks open from a roofline far away, then falls back into water before it learns to stay. Let the trumpet flicker like a tower in the fog. Let the static answer where the clear words all got lost. Signal lost, but I'm still receiving every thought that keeps repeating. Nothing comes through clear tonight, only noise and little pieces. Signal lost, but I'm still receiving all the things I should release. I am standing by the window trying to lose the frequency. No bars, ooh, dim stars, ooh, blue phone light, ooh, lost all night. There are messages I never sent, still living in my hand. There are futures I keep checking, like a map that has no land. There are names inside my contacts that I scroll past like doors. There are answers I invented, then believed for something more. But the signal does not pity me, it simply disappears. No drama in the network, no witness to my fear. Maybe that is mercy, maybe that is what I need. A room where nothing reaches every restless part of me. This track can move forward, but keep the darkness slow. Let the beat feel like a lost call under rain and radio. No bright electronic chorus, no clean digital shine, just broken signal texture in a more blue state of mind. Let the bass be the carrier, let the drums be distant streets. Let the sax cut in like fragments between the lines I sing. Let the trumpet be a warning from a tower far away. Let the groove grow for a moment, then dissolve into delay. No hard stop, no sudden ring, only weak light shaking on a small glass thing. No final answer, no clean return, only little circuits too tired to burn. I hear the vinyl crackle, I hear the phone go cold, I hear the city below me like a story never told. I hear my breathing settle when the screen begins to dim, and the thought I kept refreshing finds no way back in. Maybe losing signal is not losing control. Maybe silence has a function when the mind is dug a hole. Maybe every broken connection leaves a doorway in the night So back in here, the rain makes every rooftop look like static. Ceiling fan thoughts turning over my bed, round and round in the dark, like a song inside my head. The blades move without hurry, cutting circles through the blue. Every shadow on the ceiling comes back looking almost new. I lie still under the motion, with the sheets around my knees, and the room feels like a station where no train agrees to leave. The fan makes its little clicking once each time it crosses north, like a tired kind of compass that forgot what it was for. Rain softens the window, the screen gives off no light, but the thoughts keep taking laps around the middle of the night. Let the fan turn slow, let the old air move, let the low bass know the same thought coming through. Round and round the same thought moves, round and round it finds the groove. I do not chase it, I do not fight, I let it circle through the night. Round and round the same thought moves above the bed, inside the room. If it will not leave me yet, I will let it lose its edge. The rose comes in like warm dust, settling near the wall. Not a melody for saving, just a cushion for the fall. The upright bass walks gently underneath the fan. Small sound, like it knows a restless mind needs a floor to come back down. No radio, no clock voice, no cursor asking why. Only blades and rain and breathing underneath the blue-black sky. A saxophone appears once, then disappears with grace, like a thought that found the doorway but decided not to race. Round and round, not lost, not found, same old thought, but softer now. I keep replaying nothing that would matter in the day. A tone I used with someone, a bill I meant to pay, a future without details, a message left unread. A room inside the wires of my head. The fan keeps making circles like it does not need a plan. It does not solve the weather, it just moves whatever it can. Maybe that is all I need here, not an answer, not a sign, just a slower kind of motion for a too awake mind. Keep this track circular, let the rhythm barely climb, let the drums sound like rotation, not like running out of time. Let the vocals stay close and tired, let the sax leave little holes, let the trumpet be a shadow at the edge of the control. Let the fan become the meter, let the bass become the ground, let the roads blur the corners till the sharp thoughts turn around. No big release, no sudden clearing, no bright heroic sleep, only circles getting wider till they are easier to keep. No hard stop, no sudden switch, only fan blades crossing through the room's blue glitch. No final cure, no perfect proof, only air repeating underneath the roof. I hear the vinyl crackle, I hear the motors strain, I hear the rain outside take the shape of a refrain. I hear my breath grow slower as the ceiling loses weight, and the thought I kept returning to arrives a little late. Round and round the same thought moves, round and round it finds the groove. I do not chase it, I do not fight, I let it circle through the night. Maybe thinking is not failure, maybe stopping is too much. Maybe rest can happen slowly without needing sleep to touch. Maybe every anxious circle has a center made of air. Maybe I can lie beneath it and not turn it into prayer. So I keep the fan above me, let it move the room around. Let the same thought pass me over without pulling my heart down. If morning finds it turning with the rain still in the glass, I will not call the night defeated. I will say the storm has passed. Round and round the same thought moves. Round and round it finds the groove. I do not chase it, I do not fight. I let it circle through the night. Round and round the same thought moves, but it is softer than before. Less like something hunting me, more like air across the floor. Round and round the same thought moves, thin as rain, pale as room. I am not turning off my mind, I am letting space come through. If it will not leave me yet, I will not make it proof. I will let the ceiling fan carry what I cannot move. Fan turns slow, blue air low, same thought moves, nothing left to prove. Fan turns slow, bass let go, roads like rain, loosen every chain. Every sleepless ceiling has a quiet little wheel. Every restless body needs a sound that does not heal. Maybe I can stay awake without calling it a crime. Maybe circles are a mercy when the mind needs time. Maybe air can teach a body how to loosen from a line. The drums return to rainfall, the bass slips under air. The roads becomes the ceiling where no train agrees to leave. The fan makes its radio between stations, soft rain on the dial. A voice almost reaches me and disappears for a while. The old radio on the dresser glows with a tired little light. I turn the silver knob slowly through the weather of the night. One station plays a love song, then breaks into a hiss. Another gives me headlines from a world too loud for this. The room is full of half sounds, not silence, not a song. A woman speaking backwards, a trumpet stretched too long. The city sleeps beneath me, but the wires stay awake. And every broken frequency finds another thought to shake. Let the needle drift, let the weak signal bend, let the low drums lift, then fall apart again. I live between stations tonight, not lost, not tuned in right. A little voice, a little rain, a little static in the light. I live between stations tonight, where the clear songs come and go. I keep turning through the darkness for a sound that feels like home. Stay low, stay near, let the radio breathe. I live between stations tonight, and the static lives. lives in me. The road comes in dusty, like it traveled through the wall. Warm but slightly broken, with no promise to resolve. The bass line moves under it like a cable underground, a slow train of vibration, pulling mercy from the sound. A muted trumpet flickers in the space between two bands, silver through the white noise like a hand that almost lands. The drums are soft and patient, not pushing, just alive. A brush snare in the corner keeps the whole room wired. Let the tuner search, let the night reply, let the sax emerge, then dissolve into the sky. I live between stations tonight, not lost, not tuned in right. A little voice, a little rain, a little static in the light. I live between stations tonight, where the clear songs come and go. I keep turning through the darkness for a sound that feels like home. Ooh, turn the dial. Ooh, stay a while. Ooh, almost clear. Ooh, disappear. I used to want an answer like a signal, clean and strong. One voice through the bedroom telling me where I belong. But the older night becomes, the less I trust that kind of sound. Some truths arrive in pieces and leave gently when they are found. There is comfort in distortion, there is shelter in the blur, a place where every worry loses what it thought it was. The rain taps out percussion on the window and the sill, and the radio keeps searching while the rest of me stays still. This one needs a damaged signal, not a polished radio shine. Let the music feel discovered in the middle of the line. Keep the trumpet far and fragile, keep the sax inside the rain. Let the vocals sound like someone speaking close to broken waves. Let the rhythm breathe in static, let the bass hold down the room. Let the roads blur every corner in a little cloud of gloom. Let the song keep almost finding what it cannot fully name, and let it fade between stations without cutting off the frame. No hard stop, no clean broadcast, only fragments drifting through the hours that pass. No perfect chorus, no bright reply, only one weak signal under a midnight sky. I hear the vinyl crackle, I hear the speaker hiss, I hear a voice come close then fall away like mist. I hear my breath get slower than the dial beneath my hand, and the things I could not settle start to lose their command. Maybe I do not need clarity, maybe clear is not the cure. Maybe sleep comes near the edges when the center is unsure. Maybe every restless mind has a frequency it needs, not a message, not a rescue, just a softer kind of bleed. So I leave the radio playing between rain and broken songs. Let the stations pass through me without asking which is wrong. If morning finds it humming beside the faded light, I will not call the night wasted. I was listening tonight. I live between stations tonight, not lost, not tuned in right. A little voice, a little rain, a little static in the light. I live between stations tonight, but it feels softer than before, less like searching for an answer, more like standing near a door. I live between stations tonight, thin as wire. between stations, soft rain on the dial. Her voice almost reaches me and disappears for a while. The old radio undresser glows with a tired little light. There are wires in my head, thin blue lines through the room. Every thought keeps sparking where the dark should turn smooth. The charger by the bedside throws a shadow like a vine, crawling up the white wall beside the digital time. A cable on the carpet makes a loop beneath the chair, and I keep seeing circuits in the stillness of the air. I unplug the little speaker, but the humming does not end. It travels through the mattress like a message from a friend. The rain taps on the window with a patient little code, and the city underneath me keeps a current in the road. Let the wires glow, let the blue light bend, let the low keys know where the thought begins again. There are wires in my head, and they will not let me sleep. Every spark becomes a sentence, every sentence cuts too deep. There are wires in my head, but I am learning not to pull. I can feel the room around me getting softer, getting full. Sing close, stay low, let the signal spread. I am breathing through the static of the wires in my head. The road comes in like voltage, warm and slow behind the wall. The bass line moves beneath it like a cable through the hall. The brush drums touch the silence with a pulse that does not rush. Not enough to start a panic, just enough to hold the hush. I count the glowing outlets like small eyes in the dark. One behind the dresser, one beside the watermark. The fan turns overhead with its tired little thread, and every round it makes pulls a thought back from the dead. Let the circuit hum, let the tape hiss, breathe. Let the soft drums come without asking me to leave. There are wires in my head, and they will not let me sleep. Every spark becomes a sentence, every sentence cuts too deep. There are wires in my head, but I am learning not to pull. I can feel the room around me getting softer, getting full. Blue wire, tired fire, room hum low, let the signal go. It is not one big disaster, it is 10 small things at once. A bill, a word, a future, and a call I left untouched. remember deadline, a message I should send, a fear that has no body but still waits around the bend. The trumpet sounds like distance through a damaged telephone, silver thin and fading, like a voice that lost its home. The sax replies in fragments, never filling up the space, like it knows a restless mind needs air around its shape. Keep the vocal near the ear, now let it feel almost inside, like a thought before it forms, like a current trying to hide. No big lift, no bright alarm, no chorus made of heat, only wires under plaster, only rain along the street. Let the bass be warm ground, let the roads be dim light, let the drums stay human, not a machine in the night. Let the sax center after silence, let the trumpet disappear, let the whole track feel connected but slowly less severe. No hard stop, no sudden spark, only blue lines fading through the middle of the dark. No final answer, no switch to throw, only tangled little worries, learning how to slow. I hear the vinyl crackle, I hear the power strip click, I hear the ceiling fan turning through the room so thin and thick. I hear my own breath enter where the buzzing used to be, and the wires loosen softly without needing to be free. Maybe I do not need to solve it, maybe solving makes it worse. Maybe every thought becomes a knot when I pull the first. Maybe rest is not a switch, maybe peace is not a cure. Maybe I can lie here wired and still become less sure. So I leave the cables resting where they twist beside the bed. Let the screen go dim without me, let the blue leave from my head. If morning comes in pieces, through the rain and through the blinds, I will not untangle everything, I will only close my eyes. There are wires in my head, and they will not let me sleep. Every spark becomes a sentence, every sentence cuts too deep. There are wires in my head, but the current is not cruel. It is only tight thinking, trying to find a place to cool. There are wires in my head, thin as rain, pale as thread. I am not turning off the night, I'm giving it a bed. Sing close, stay low, let the signal spread. I am breathing through. The clock won't shut up tonight. Blue numbers on the wall, every minute clicks louder when the room has no sound. 2:59 turns to 3, like a warning in disguise, a digital little witness with its cold electric eyes. I turn it face down gently, but the glow still finds the sheets, and the numbers keep on marching through the wires underneath. The ceiling fan is circling like it knows the same old route. Every blade repeats the question I keep trying to shut out. Rain drips from the gutter in a rhythm too precise, and the whole apartment ticks like a machine that learned my life. Let the second hand crawl, let the low drum start, let the blue clock pulse with the noise inside my heart. The clock won't shut up tonight, it keeps talking in the dark. Every minute has a voice the late room breathe. The clock won't shut up tonight, but maybe it can count for me. The groove comes in crooked, like footsteps through the floor. A dusty kick below me, then a snare behind the door. The road is warm and blurry, like a lamp I never lit. And the upright bass keeps moving where the restless thoughts sit. I try to name the worries, but they scatter when I do. One becomes tomorrow, one becomes something I know. One is just a sentence that I said the wrong way. One is all the future, standing too close to today. Let the numbers burn, let the tape hiss thin, let the room tone learn how the loop begins. The clock won't shut up tonight, it keeps talking in the dark. Every minute has a voice, every hour leaves a mark. The clock won't shut up tonight, but I am too tired to fight. I keep counting little ghosts in the blue electric light. Tick, tick, low light. Tick, tick, no sleep. Tick, tick, blue night. Time keeps talking back to me. There is nothing on the screen now but a cursor in the corner. There is laundry on the armchair like a life I keep ignoring. There are dishes in the kitchen, there are emails in my head. There are versions of the morning waiting underneath the bed. A saxophone comes distant through the rain and through the brick. One note bends like metal, then it disappears quick. A muted trumpet flickers like a signal losing power, and the drums lean slightly forward in the middle of the hour. This track needs the clock alive, but not a nervous race. Keep the pulse slow and heavy like time stuck in place. Let the bass make the ticking feel deep instead of sharp. Let the drums give the panic a softer kind of heart. No bright chorus, no alarm, no moaning breaking clean. Only blue numbers glowing on a half-forgotten screen. Let the vocals stay close, let the sax leave space. Let the whole song keep moving without running from the place. No hard stop, no sudden bell, only time repeating in the quiet little cell. No final cure, no clean release, only minutes falling through the edge of sleep. I hear the vinyl crackle, I hear the heater click, I hear the old clock glowing like a wound that learned to tick. I hear my breathing settle with the rhythm in the wall, and the hour gets less cruel when I stop naming it at all. Maybe time is not chasing, maybe I am chasing it. Maybe every sleepless hour only wants a place to sit. Maybe clocks become monsters when the mind is out of tune. Maybe morning looks smaller from the middle of the room, so I leave the numbers shining, let the blue light make a frame. Let the rain keep soft percussion, let the clock keep saying the same. If sleep comes in pieces, I will not ask it to stay. I will let the minutes loosen till they drift another way. The clock won't shut up tonight, it keeps talking in the dark. Every minute has a voice, every hour leaves a mark. The clock won't shut up tonight, but it sounds softer than before. Less like something hunting me, more like rain behind the door. The clock won't shut up tonight in this wire pair. restless little second needs somewhere soft to go. Maybe I can hear the ticking without calling it a threat. Maybe I can stay awake without owing the night a debt. The drums return to ticking, the bass slips under blue, the roads becomes the clock light, the sax dissolves from view, the numbers K. The clock won't shut up tonight. White noise room, rain against the wall. Every sound gets softer, but it never leaves at all. The speaker on the table breathes a pale electric sea, a small machine of nothing keeping watch beside me. The fan is barely turning, the curtains hardly move, and the ceiling holds the color of a screen without the news. I made the room too quiet so the thoughts could not arrive, but quiet has a doorway where the smaller worries hide. A pipe knocks in the kitchen, a car slips through the rain, and the white noise in the corner hums the shape of my brain. Let the room hum low, let the blue lights stay, let the slow horns know what I cannot chase away. The room keeps humming back at me, soft as static, deep as sleep. I turn it down, it turns within, a little ocean under skin. The room keeps humming back at me. When I ask the night for peace, I am not lost inside the sound. I am learning how to breathe. Stay low, stay near, do not make the silence bloom. I am lying wide awake inside the white noise room. The clock has stopped accusing, it only glows and waits, a square of tired blue light at the edge of darker shapes. There is water in a glass and a book I never read. There are clothes across the chair, like another life I shed. The road comes through the hallway, warm and blurred and almost kind, like a lamp left on somewhere in the back of my mind. The upright bass moves slowly under all the little sounds, a soft line through the carpet keeping me from coming down. Let the snare brush thin, let the old tape breathe, let the white sound spin till it loosens underneath. The room keeps humming back at me, soft as static, deep as sleep. I turn it down, it turns within, a little ocean under skin. The room keeps humming back at me. When I ask the night for peace, I am not lost inside the sound. I am learning how to breathe. White room, low tune, nothing loud, soft little cloud. I thought I wanted silence, like a clean and empty floor, but the more the night got quiet, the more my head made more. A sentence from the morning, a face I should forget, a future made of unpaid things waiting by the bed. So I let the machine keep breathing, let the steady sound remain, let it cover all the sharp parts with a blanket made of rain. A muted trumpet flickers like a signal down the hall and disappears so gently it was barely there at all. This is not panic, this is not a cry. It is a room after midnight where small thoughts multiply. It is the hum in the wires, it is the floor settling down. It is a woman getting tired of fighting every sound. Keep the drums small and patient, keep the bass warm but low. Let the sax enter in fragments, then leave space for the snow. Let the roads blur the corners, let the vocals stay close. Let the song feel like a room tone that slowly learns to let go. No hard stop, no bright relief, only white sound folding around the edge of sleep. No sudden door, no perfect sign, only little waves breaking in the back of my mind. I hear the vinyl crackle, I hear the radiator click, I hear the city far below like a pulse beneath the brick. I hear my own breath joining the machine beside the bed, and the thoughts that came to crowd me start to drift instead. Maybe calm is not empty, maybe peace still has a sound. Maybe rest is not the absence of everything around. Maybe I can stay here with the low electric tide and not turn every noise into proof I cannot hide. So I leave the white noise running, let the blue room lose its edge. Let the rain on the window write a softer kind of pledge. If sleep comes near the morning, I will not ask it why. I will let the room keep humming while the dark moves by. The room keeps humming back at me, soft as static, deep as sleep. I turn it down, it turns within, a little ocean under skin. The room keeps humming back at me, but it does not feel like fear. It is only tired weather moving out of the atmosphere. The room keeps humming back at me, thin as rain, pale as wire. I'm not turning off my mind, I am lowering the fire. Stay low, stay near, do not make the silence bloom. I'm almost getting softer in the white noise room. White noise room, rain against the wall, every sound gets softer, but it never leaves at all. The speaker on the table breathes a pale electric sea, a small machine of nothing keeping watch beside me. The fan is barely turning, the curtains hardly move, and the ceiling holds the color of a screen without the news. I made the room too quiet so the thoughts could not arrive, but quiet has a doorway where the smaller worries hide. A pipe knocks in the kitchen, car slips through the rain, and the white noise in the corner hums the shape of my brain. Let the room hum. Curtains breathing slowly, cold air in the room, blue hour on the ceiling, rain softens every roof. The window is not open, but the night still finds a seam, a quiet line of weather moving gently through the screen. The curtains lift and settle like a chest asleep, white fabric in the darkness, keeping secrets it can keep. The city has gone under, all its towers lowered low, only rooftops, pipes and gutters, only water running slow. The saxophone is distant, almost swallowed by the rain, and the room feels less like shelter than a pause inside a train. Let the curtain rise, let the blue air fall, let the room breathe once without needing me at all. The curtains breathe when I cannot, they move with the night I forgot. In and out, then still again, like the room is learning rain. The curtains breathe when I cannot, soft against the window frame. I am standing in the blue hour, letting quiet say my name. No rush, no bright light, no reason to be seen. Only curtains breathing slowly in the space between. The floorboards answer softly when the heater dies. The hallway keeps its distance with one electric sigh. The lamp beside the armchair draws a circle on the floor, but the fabric near the window knows the dark a little more. A rose cord opens slowly, like a hand behind the wall, then fades before it asks me to explain myself at all. The upright bass is lower than the thoughts beneath my skin, not pulling me towards sadness, only making room within. Let the horn stay far, let the drum brush sleep, let the blue room guard what I do not need to keep. The curtains breathe when I cannot, they move with the night I forgot. In and out, then still again, like the room is learning rain. The curtains breathe when I cannot, soft against the window frame. I am standing in the blue hour, letting quiet say my name. Ooh, fabric and air, ooh, no one there. Ooh, slow and thin, ooh, let the night come in. There are no faces in the song, no photograph to turn, just a rented kind of stillness in the room above the street, and weather in the curtains, keeping time with my breathing. Maybe I have been too crowded by the noise inside my head. Maybe rest begins with nothing moving softly near the bed. A muted trumpet enters like a thread of fog, then disappears behind the fabric as blue minutes pass. Keep this track almost empty, let the silence have a shape, let the voice stay close and patient, let the high notes never break. No crowded groove, no heavy lift, no chorus trying to climb, only rain behind the curtains and a slow suspension in time. Let the sax arrive in fragments, let the roads dissolve to gray, let the bass be more like gravity than something Maybe some nights hold the body till it asks the mind for less. Maybe peace is not an answer. Maybe peace is just a draft crossing through the blue room without pulling at the past. So I do not close the curtains, I do not turn away. I let them lift and lower with the weather and the gray. If morning enters slowly through the fabric and the rain, I will not rush the hour, I will let it change its name. The curtains breathe when I cannot, they move with the night I forgot, and then out and still again, like the room is learning rain. The curtains breathe when I cannot, soft against the window frame. I am standing in the blue hour, letting the quiet. One street lamp in the rain keeps the whole night alive. A yellow circle on pavement where blue hours hide. The city has gone quiet, but that lamp refuses sleep, leaning over wet black asphalt with a light it tries to keep. Rain falls through the halo like silver through a flame. Each drop turns briefly golden, then forgets its name. I watch it from the window with my hand against the pane. No cigarette, no red moon, only glass and steady rain. The avenue is empty, the crosswalk shines below, and the street lamp keeps on burning for places no one goes. Let the bass come closer, let the drums stay low, let the lamp hold steady where cold streets glow. One street lamp keeps the whole night alive. When the windows close their eyes, when the sleeping city folds itself beneath the rainy sky. One street lamp keeps the whole night alive, burning soft and thin. I am watching from the blue room, letting quiet enter in. Stay low, stay warm, do not make the silence bright. One street lamp in the rain is enough to hold the night. The roads arrive like amber, but the room stays mostly blue. A little warmth beneath the weather, not enough to pull me through. The upright bass starts walking like a shadow with a pulse, down the stairwell through the plumbing, under every locked up door. A taxi passes slowly and disappears from sight. Its tires cut the water into ribbons of white light. The lamp does not follow, the lamp does not complain. It just keeps his kingdom inside the rain. Let the sax speak softly, let the trumpet answer late, let the low groove gather at the edge of the gate. One street lamp keeps the whole night alive. When the windows close their eyes, when the sleeping city folds itself beneath the rainy sky. One street lamp keeps the whole night alive, burning soft and thin. I am watching from the blue room, letting quiet enter in. There is no great confession in the water on the street, only small reflected pieces of a world that will not speak. A newspaper turns in circles near the curbside drain, like a tired little dancer with no audience but rain. The sax cuts in briefly, then leaves room for the bass. The trumpet sounds like distance, with a veil across its face. The snare brush barely touches, like a sleeve against a chair, and the groove becomes a hallway, leading nowhere, leading there. This one needs a low foundation, not a chorus made to climb. Let the bass be the narrator of a slow suspended time. Keep the drums behind the window, keep the horn line small and rare. Let the voice look down at rainfall, like it is learning how to care. No old romantic room, no motel colored room, only one lamp, one street, patient glow. No hard stop, no sudden shine, only lamplight trembling on the painted traffic line. No final answer, no lifted veil, only water sliding down the black street rail. I hear the vinyl crackle, I hear the heater breathe, I hear the bass move deeper than the thoughts beneath me. I hear my own heart settle with the rhythm of the rain, and the street lamp in the distance keeps its yellow refrain. Maybe hope is not a sunrise, maybe comfort is not loud, maybe it is one tired light refusing to go out. Maybe lonely has a border, maybe rain can draw it clear, maybe I can stay inside it without turning into fear. So I leave the curtain open, let the lamp keep watch below, let the avenue stay empty, let the slow bass come and go. If morning finds the pavement without that golden ring, I would know the night was held there by a quiet little thing. One street lamp keeps the whole night alive. When the windows close their eyes, when the kettle went cold before I ever did. Blue rain on the window, one cup by the sink. I filled it before midnight, when the room still had a sound, when the pipes were lightly knocking and the weather had just come down. I thought I would make tea thought I would sit and read, but the water stopped its singing and the hour took the lead. The kitchen light is narrow, like a thought I almost trust. It falls across the counter over porcelain and dust. No message on the table, no crisis in the air, just steam that had a body and then was never there. Let the blue room stay, let the cold cup breathe, let the piano say what I do not need. The kettle went cold before I did, before I let the silence in, before the sleeping city stopped asking where I had been. The kettle went cold before I did, on the counter pale and still. I am learning how to wait here without needing time to fill. No rush, no door, no reason to be brave, just a cup I never finished and the rain I let behave. The window keeps its weather in slow lines down the pane, each drop a little thought that refuses to complain. The buildings are not speaking, the elevators rest, and the street below is folded like a coat across a chest. The road's court enters softly, warm enough to almost hold, but the kettle on the counter keeps returning to the cold. The upright bass is distant, more a shadow than a pulse, like a heart beneath the floorboards, choosing quiet over force. The kettle went cold before I did, before I named the ache, before I turned the small light off, before the morning had to wake. The kettle went cold before I did, and maybe that was kind. It gave the room a gentler way to leave the night behind. Ooh, cold cup, ooh, blue rain, blue rain. Ooh, kettle quiet, nothing to explain. I do not want a big confession, I do not want a scene. Some nights are made of tiny things that hardly feel like grief. A spoon beside the saucer, a towel on the chair, the soft electric humming of the fridge against the air. I touch the cup with two hands, but the warmth is gone from it. There is something almost honest in how quietly it quits. No smoke, no old disaster, no moon to make it strange. Just water cooling slowly while the room begins to change. Keep the drums almost absent, keep the brushes like dust, let the piano lead the breathing, let the roads do what it must. No chorus built for thunder, no lift to force the pain. Only keys in a blue kitchen, only glass collecting rain. Let the sax wait in the hallway, let the trumpet barely show, let the bass move under silence so the stillness has a floor. Let the voice stay close and tired, let the words be plain and small. Let the song not try to rescue what was never meant to fall. No hard stop, no sudden light, only cold tea resting in the after hours night. No final answer, no sharp release, only a kettle cooling into something close to peace. peace. I hear the clock lose power, I hear the rain keep count, I hear the apartment settle as the blue hour spreads out. I hear myself get quieter than the water in the cup, and nothing in the kitchen tells me I should hurry up. Maybe rest is not a rival, maybe peace is not a sign, maybe it is just the moment you stop bargaining with time. Maybe loneliness can soften when it has a place to sit beside a cold ceramic cup that never asked for more than this. So I leave the kettle sleeping, leave the spoon beside the sink, let the window write the weather, let the room decide to think. If morning finds the counter with the cup still in its place, it can enter without judgment, it can keep its quiet face. The kettle went cold before I did, before I let the silence in, before the sleeping city stopped asking where I had been. The kettle went cold before I did, on the counter pale and still. I'm learning how to wait here without needing time to fill. The kettle went cold before I did, soft as rain, plain as truth. I am not trying to become new, I am only passing through. No rush, no door, no reason to be brave. Just a cup I never finished, and the blue hour I let stay. Apartment lights below blink like small private stars. I lean into the window, watching strangers from afar. The rain makes every building look softer than it is. Balconies turn to silhouettes behind the blue hour mist. One square of yellow kitchen, one bedroom shaded green. A television flickers where a person cannot sleep. I do not know their stories, only shapes behind the glass. Someone rinses out a coffee cup, someone lets the evening pass. The avenue is empty, but the windows stay awake, and the city feels less lonely for the little lights it makes. Let the rooms below glow, let the slow horns breathe, let the rain on the window make a map beneath me. Someone else is awake below, someone else is moving slow, someone else is making peace with a night that will not go, with no one else to know. Apartment lights below keep burning soft and low. I am not the only one the city does not show. Sing close, catching pieces of the rain. And the lamp beside a bookshelf turns a wall to honey gray. Then a shadow crosses over and the room is tucked away. The roads arrives quietly like warmth from someone's floor. The bass line climbs the building through the pipes behind the door. A saxophone stays distant, blue and tender, barely seen between rooftops and the street, leaving room for every window to keep breathing underneath. Let the elevator hum, let the stairwell answer thin, let the low drums come without asking to come in. Someone else is awake below, someone else is moving slow, someone else is making peace with a night that will not go. Apartment lights below keep burning soft and low. I am not the only one the city does not show. Small lights, late night, windows breathe, stay with me. A woman waters something on a narrow kitchen sill. A man stands by the curtains with his shoulders very still. 2 floors down, a child's lamp turns the hallway almost white. Then it clicks away to darkness like a boat leaving sight. This is not a love song, not a message sent through rain. It is only recognition in 100 window frames. How every hidden person has a room they disappear in. How every quiet building has a pulse beneath its skin. Keep my voice near the glass now, almost whispered, almost plain. No dramatic confession, just the rooms across the rain. Let the trumpet be a thin line, let the sax leave space between. Let the roads make soft corners for the things that go unseen. Let the drums stay human, small enough to fit this view. Let the bass move through the plumbing like the city thinking blue. Let the song not chase a climax, let it open like a floor where another tired stranger leaves a light on by the door. No hard stop, no bright release, only rectangles of amber in the sleeping concrete piece. No final answer, no lifted veil, only blue rain falling on a window ledge rail. I hear the refrigerator, I hear a distant train, I hear the building settle in its skeleton of rain. I hear my own breath soften when the street lamps fade below, and I feel less like a question for the lights I do not know. Maybe every lit window is a quiet kind of prayer, not asking to be rescued, only proving someone's there. Maybe loneliness changes when it sees itself outside in another little kitchen under another little light. So I leave my lamp on too, not bright enough to wake the street, just a small square of permission for the dark to sit with me. If someone looks up from below and sees my window through the rain, let them feel a little comfort they cannot explain. Someone else is awake below, someone else is moving slow, someone else is making peace with a night that will not go. Apartment lights below keep burning soft and low. I am not the only one the city does not show. Apartment lights below, softest breath behind the rain. Every window is a heartbeat with a different kind of name. Sing close, sing low, let the blue hour grow. I'm watching little lives in the apartment lights below. Apartment lights below, apartment lights below. blink like small private stars. I lean into the window, watching strangers from afar. The rain makes every building look softer than it is. Balconies turn to silhouettes behind the blue hour mist. One square of yellow kitchen, one bedroom shading blue. Rain writes on the glass, one line at a time. The city sleeps below me in a blue and broken rhyme. I watch the first drop wander from the rooftop to the pane. It hesitates at the corner, then becomes a little chain. Another follows after, like a thought I did not choose. And the window starts a letter in a language made of blue. No one is on the avenue, no one is calling up. The kettle keeps its silence beside an untouched cup. A saxophone is hiding under traffic far away. One low note through the water, like the night forgot to say. Let the letters run, let the street lights bend, let the low drums come like a sentence without end. Rain writes what I cannot say across the glass, then slides away. Every drop becomes a line, every line becomes a way. Rain writes what I cannot say while the sleeping city fades. I keep reading through the window till the words turn into rain. Write it low, write it slow, let the blue room breathe. Rain writes what I cannot say and gives it back to me. The groove begins under the floor, not loud, not bright, not fast. A dusty kick in the hallway, a soft snare under glass. The road comes warm and patient, like a lamp behind the rain. And the upright bass keeps walking through the spaces in my name. I do not need a reason for the hour to feel this wide. I do not need a memory to sit with me inside. Some nights are only weather, some rooms are only rooms. Some thoughts become more honest when the whole world turns blue. Let the brush drums lean, let the bass line stay, let the cold glass mean what I could never say. Rain writes what I cannot say across the glass, then slides away. Every drop becomes a line, every line becomes a way. Rain writes what I cannot say while the sleeping city fades. I keep reading through the window till the words turn into rain. Write it down, wash it out. Write it down, let it drown. Write it down, soft and slow. Write it down, then let it go. The drops cut tiny rivers through the light from down below, each one taking something from the places I do not go. They pass the open curtain, they pass my tired reflection. They blur the room behind echoes get slightly heavier, but never lose their hush. Just enough to keep the window from becoming only dust. This one needs a pulse, but not a crowded floor. A trip-hop hard underwater, not a hand against the door. Let the rhythm make the waiting feel alive, but not awake. Let the sax leave little spaces for the rain to take. No old fire in the wording, no red sky, no broken flame. Keep the story in the weather, keep the glass inside the frame. Let the voice stay close and human, let the hook repeat like rain. Then let the whole thing soften before it turns to pain. No hard stop, no sudden light, only blue drops falling through the after hours night. No final answer, no sharp release, only water writing what I could not speak. I hear the vinyl crackle, I hear the window hum, I hear the snare fall under where the small thoughts come from. I hear my breathing settle as the letters lose their shape, and the thing I would not say finds another way to escape. Maybe silence needs a surface, maybe glass is why it speaks. Maybe every quiet sentence has to gather there for weeks. Maybe rain is only water, but it knows how to revise every line it starts writing before the morning dries. So I stay beside the window with the room turned low and blue. Let the city sleep beneath me, let the weather follow through. If the dawn comes with no answer, let it enter as it may. I will not keep every sentence that the rain has washed away. Rain writes what I cannot say across the glass, then slides away. Every drop becomes a line, every line becomes a wave. Rain writes what I cannot say while the sleeping city fades. I keep reading through the window till the words turn into rain. Rain writes what I cannot say, soft as mist, deep as gray. I'm not trying to be understood, I am letting water have its way. Ride it low, ride it slow, let the blue room breathe. Rain writes what I cannot say and gives it back to me. Write it down, wash it out, write it down, let it drown. Write it down, soft and slow. Write it down, then let it go. Every rainy wind. Blue hour window, cold glass under my hand. Rain beads on the skyline, like a language I understand. The whole room turns quiet when the color leaves the street. Not night, not morning, just the hour in between. I draw a line through condensation with one finger on the pane, then watch it close behind me as the weather writes again. The buildings across the avenue look folded into sleep, their windows dim like eyelids, their elevator shafts run deep. Somewhere a heater clicks, somewhere a floorboard sighs, and the blue hour holds the city with its tired open eyes. The glass is cold, but it keeps my face. The rain is slow, but it fills the space. The blue hour won't let me sleep, it keeps the rain against the glass. It turns the room into a river for the thoughts I thought would pass. The blue hour won't let me sleep, but it does not feel unkind. It only asks me to stay still, with the weather in my mind. No rush, no flame, no name I need to keep, just the window and the rain and the blue hour won't let me sleep. A train moves far below me, not loud enough to wake the block, just a silver little shiver past the station and the clock. The roads comes through the ceiling like warmth from another floor, while the upright bass keeps pacing behind the half-lit door. I do not miss the red moon, I do not miss the smoke. Tonight is only water on the edge of words I spoke. The curtain sticks to shadow, the kettle cools alone, and every drop on the window finds a path and makes it home. Let the sax stay far, let the trumpet stay thin, let the low drum start like rain learning skin. The blue owl won't let me sleep, it keeps the rain against the glass. It turns the room into a river for the thoughts I thought would pass. The blue owl won't let me sleep, but it does not feel unkind. It only asks me to stay still, with the weather in my mind. Ooh, cold pain, ooh, slow rain, ooh, blue hour, ooh, soften every tower. I read the window backwards like a letter from the dark. Street lamp, roof line, water, each one leaving a mark. The taxi turns the corner, then disappears from view, and for a second every raindrop carries yellow into blue. There is nothing I am chasing, there is nowhere I should be, only the suspended minute holding space around me. Maybe sleep is overrated when the city looks the still. Maybe every restless body needs a window, not a pill. Don't wake the avenues, don't wake the wires, don't wake the little rooms with their private tired fires. Don't wake the city yet, don't hurry me through. I am listening to the window turn the whole world blue. Keep this one more visual, keep the voice close to the glass. No old love from the past. Let the sax answer softly, only after I leave space. Let the roads blur like rainfall on a half-remembered face. Let the drum brush barely touch, let the kick arrive delayed. Let the bass move like a shadow under buildings made of gray. Let the song grow for a moment, then become the room again, like condensation disappearing under one more line of rain. No hard stop, no heavy door, only water gathering on the 22nd floor. No bright release, no sudden cry, only sleeping buildings under blue-black sky. I hear the refrigerator, I hear the pipes below, I hear a distant siren lose itself in the slow. The glass gives back my outline, then erases it in rain, and the thought I was holding does not hurt the same. Maybe I do not need answers, maybe answers make too much sound. Maybe quiet has a texture when the world is watered down. Maybe I can stay awake here without turning it to loss, letting every small reflection leave the window when it wants. So I press my hand more gently to the cold blue pane, feel the city breathing under light as water, thin as air. I'm not trying to be safe now, I am only being there. No rush, no flame, no name I need to keep, just the window and the rain. After hours, the glass turns blue. Rain gathers where the city sleeps. I stand beside the window, listening to the quiet streets. The buildings lower their voices when the last train slips away. Every rooftop wears the weather, every street lamp learns to stay. There is water on the window, making rivers out of light, and the room behind me softens in the blue hour of night. No red moon, no old flame, no motel sign to blame, just the hum of sleeping towers and the rain spelling my name. The saxophone moves somewhere far below the avenue, one tired note through the downpour, like the city dreaming too. Let the curtains barely move, let the cold glass hold my face, let the low drums enter slowly without breaking the space. After hours, the city belongs to the rain. Every window turns to water, every light forgets its name. After hours, I am awake but not in pain, just a woman in the blue room, letting silence have its way. Sing low, move slow, do not wake the sleeping towers. I can breathe a little deeper in the hush after hours. The kettle waits in the kitchen with a cloud it never made. The cup beside the sink has gone from warm to gray. I do not reach for anything, I do not start a fight. I let the apartment settle around the shape of night. The roads comes in like lamplight underneath the closed door, warm enough to hold me but not asking me for more. The bass line moves beneath it like an elevator cable, pulling one more lonely heart through buildings full of strangers. Let the blue hour lengthen, let the hallway lights go dim, let the rain keep talking till the room leans into it. After hours, the city belongs to the rain. Every window turns to water, every light forgets its name. After hours, I am awake but not in pain, just a woman in the blue room, letting silence have its way. Sing low, move slow, do not wake the sleeping towers. I can breathe a little deeper in the hush after hours. Ooh, glass and rain, ooh, blue again, ooh, lights below, ooh, let the night move slow. Across the street, one apartment keeps a lamp on near the floor. Maybe someone else is listening to the same rain at the door. Maybe she is making tea, maybe he is counting cars. Maybe all of us are islands under quiet little stars. The trumpet answers once like a silver thread through fog, then it leaves the room open like a half-remembered thought. The snare brushes in gently, not a knock, not a demand. glass behind the rainfall like a soft and patient hand. This should not become a storm. This should not become a cry. Keep the voice close to the window. Keep the blue inside the sky. No big salvation, no bright chorus, no sudden morning breaking through. Only rain on sleeping buildings, only glass between me and blue. Let the sax speak between the lines. Let the roads blur every edge. Let the upright bass stay human like a secret under the bed. Let the drums grow for a moment, then step back into the rain. Let the song leave very slowly without cutting off the frame. No hard stop, no sharp goodbye, only wet streets shining under a low blue sky. No empty promise, no final door, only one quiet room and the rain wanting more. I hear the pipes settle, I hear the fridge hum low. I hear the city sleeping where the black roads glow. I hear my own breath returning to a calmer kind of time. And the window keeps the rhythm better than a clock could find. Maybe peace is not a feeling, maybe it is just a view from a dark apartment window when the world has turned blue. Maybe lonely is not broken, maybe quiet is not defeat. Maybe I can sit here breathing while the rain rewrites the street. So I leave the lamp behind me, let the glass become the song. Let the hours stretch around me like it knew me all along. If the morning finds me standing with the rain still on the pane, I will not call the night wasted, I will thank it for its name. After hours, the city belongs to the rain. Every window turns to water, every light forgets its name. After hours, I am awake but not in pain. Just a woman in the blue room, letting silence have its way. After hours, soft as glass, deep as gray. I'm not trying to escape now, I am only trying to stay. Sing low, move slow, do not wake the sleeping towers. I can breathe a little deeper in the hush. After hours, the glass turns blue. Rain gathers where the city sleeps. I stand beside the window, listening to the quiet streets. The buildings lower their voices when the last trains. Smoke before sunrise, gray light on the wall. The last ember is fading, and I almost feel nothing at all. The room is turning silver at the edge of the blinds. Night loosens its fingers from the back of my mind. There is a cup on the table, there is ash in a tray. There is one open window, letting old air drift away. I did not sleep through the sorrow, I only watched it thin, like smoke above the sill where the pale dawn slips in. The saxophone is somewhere, too tired to be blue, playing one low note for a thought I had of you. asking me to heal. Let the smoke lose shape till it no longer feels real. Smoke before sunrise, leaving through the room. I have carried you all night under red moon gloom. Smoke before sunrise, soft enough to disappear. I am not free from missing, but I am less afraid from here. No rush, no flame, no need to say your name. Just the last gray ribbon before the morning came. The clock has stopped accusing, the glass has lost its red. The sheets are not a witness now, only linen on the bed. The lighter lies closed like a mouth that learned restraint, and the window holds the city in a quiet coat of rain. The roads is barely breathing like a lamp beneath the floor. The bass is warm but distant, not pulling anymore. A muted trumpet enters, then dissolves behind the day, like a ghost that knows its timing and chooses not to stay. Let the old habit rest, let the low drums fade, let the dawn undress what the midnight made. Smoke before sunrise, leaving through the room. I have carried you all night under red moon gloom. Smoke before sunrise, soft enough to disappear. I am not free from missing, but I am less afraid from here. Ooh, gray light, ooh, end of night. Ooh, smoke moves slow. Ooh, let the red moon go. I thought the hurt would break me like a bottle on the floor, but it only sat beside me till I knew its shape once more. It was smaller in the morning, then it looked at 2 a.m. Less a storm inside my body, less a reason to begin again. I can leave the window open, I can leave the ash behind, I can let the city wake up without dragging you through my mind. There is no perfect ending, no clean white page, only one tired woman stepping out of the cage. Do not make the sunrise golden, do not turn it into proof. Morning is not salvation, it is only quiet truth. It is water in the gutter, it is traffic starting low. It is smoke that had a body learning how to let it go. Keep the sax almost sleeping, keep the trumpet far and pale, keep the piano slow and patient like a ship without a sail. Let the bass line leaving kindness, let the brushes turn to air. Let the song close like a window without hurting what was there. No hard ending, no sudden door, only gray light spreading across the wooden floor. No final promise, no last reply, only smoke getting thinner under a waking sky. I hear the vinyl crackle, I hear the street begin, I hear my own voice softer than the ache I kept within. I hear the drums fall backward till they sound like distant rain, and the thought of you moves through me without turning into pain. Maybe I will think of you when the next night comes around. Maybe some names echo even after losing sound, but I do not have to answer every shadow when it calls. I can let a memory visit without giving it the walls. So I rinse the cup in silence, push the ashtray out of view, fold the curtain back a little, lit the gray light into blue. If the red moon comes tomorrow, it can find a different room. I have left enough of sorrow in the smoke before the bloom. Smoke before sunrise, leaving through the room. I have carried you all night under red moon gloom. Smoke before sunrise, soft enough to disappear. I am not free from missing, but I am less afraid from here. Smoke before sunrise, thin as breath, pale as rain. I can keep the memory without feeding it the flame. No rush, no flame, no need to say your name. Just the last gray ribbon before the morning came. Smoke before sunrise, smoke before sunrise. I still think of you at 2, when the room forgets to breathe. One red moon in the window, one old lake under me. The cigarette is gone now, but the smell stays in the chair. Like a code I never move, like a proof you were there. The clock says nothing tender, just 2 numbers in the dark. And I hate how they can open every locked room in my heart. I do not need your picture, I do not need a sound. Your absence knows the hallway, and it always finds me out. A saxophone is crying somewhere under passing rain, and the note bends just enough to make me feel your name. I can close the drawer, I can turn the music down, but I cannot make the hours stop bringing you around. I still think of you at 2 a.m. when the city goes thin, when the smoke has left the window, but the memory comes in. I still think of you at 2 a.m. no matter what I do. I keep trying to leave the night, but the night keeps turning into you. Not loud, not brave, not begging you to stay. Just me and the red moon and the words I never say. There are dishes in the kitchen, there is rain across the sink. There is a cup I keep on moving, so I will not have to think about your hands around it, about your laughing low light, about the way a little silence can become an endless night. The rose comes warm and tired, like a lamp behind a wall. The bass line moves beneath it, like a heart too slow to fall. A muted trumpet answers from a far and nameless street, like someone else is losing what they also could not keep. I can wash the glass, I can throw the ashes out, but the hour knows the shape of what I never speak about. I still think of you at 2 a.m. when the city goes thin, when the smoke has left the window, but the memory comes in. I still think of you at 2 a.m. no matter what I do. I keep trying to leave the night, but the night keeps turning into you. Ooh, 2 a.m. Ooh, not again. Ooh, red moon high. Ooh, no reply. I have practiced being quiet, I have practiced being fine. I have learned to wear the morning like it was always mine. But night is not impressed by the face I show the day. It waits until the streets are still and takes the mask away. I do not want you back here, not the way we used to burn, not the doors left open, not the lessons I relearned. I only want a minute where your ghost can pass me by without sitting on the bed, without asking me why. This chorus should feel simple, like a thought that will not die. Not a grand confession, just a room at 205. Keep the drums slow and human, keep the sax wounded but far. Keep the bass like warm blood underneath a fading scar. Let the piano leave space for the voice to almost break. Let the trumpet enter softly, then vanish for my sake. Let the smoke be almost finished, let the red moon lose its edge. Let the song release the memory without pushing it from the ledge. No sudden cut, no bright escape, only one clock glowing on the table by the plate. No final call, no perfect truth, only me admitting I still think of you. I hear the vinyl crackle, I hear the old floor sigh, I hear my breath get steadier when I do not ask you why. The room is still the same room, but the ache is not as loud, and the smoke is only smoke now, not a message, not a cloud. Maybe missing is a habit, maybe habits can get tired. Maybe longing is a matchbook with no matches left to fire. Maybe I can let the hour pass without becoming proof that some part of me belongs to the unfinished shape of you. So I leave the window open, let the red moon pale away. Let the street collect the silence I was too afraid to say. If I think of you tomorrow, let it be with softer hands, like a song I used to know but no longer understand. I still think of you at 2 a.m. when the city goes thin, when the smoke has left the window, but the memory comes in. I still think of you at 2 a.m. no matter what I do. I keep trying to leave the night, but the night keeps turning into you. I still think of you at 2 a.m. soft as ash, dark as rain. But I am learning how to miss you without lighting up the pain. Not loud, not brave, not begging you to stay. Just me and the red moon, letting 2 a.m. fade away. Ooh, 2 a.m. Ooh, not again. One more drag, then I let the flame go. Lighter in my palm, street lights burning low. The lighter clicks open like a small confession. Gold teeth in the darkness, tiny fire, old lesson. Down below the window, a bus sighs at the curb, and the city keeps talking without using words. I am not chasing comfort, I am not chasing pain. I just know your memory still moves under my name. The first inhale is bitter, the second feels like truth, and the smoke climbs the ceiling with the shape of youth. Let the bass come close, let the flame stay small, let the street below hold the weight of it all. One more drag for the habit of you, one more drag for the nights I got through, one more drag, then I loosen my hands. I cannot keep burning for a ghost who understands. Low flame, slow breath, warm bass in the dark. One more drag, then I step away from the spark. There is a woman downstairs laughing under her coat. There is a cab at the corner with rain in its throat. There are bottles in a window, there are signs going red. There are all these little lives still refusing the bed. The saxophone comes crooked from a late room across town, not loud enough to save me, just enough to pull me down. The rose glows like brass dust on a photograph frame, and the kick drum moves softly like a pulse without blame. Let the ashtray wait, let the old smoke thin, let the slow drums make a place I can live in. One more drag for the habit of you, one more drag for the nights I got through, one more drag, then I loosen my hands. I cannot keep burning for a ghost who understands. Low flame, slow breath, warm bass in the dark. One more drag, then I step away from the spark. Ooh, a little flame. Ooh, not your name. Ooh, street below. Ooh, let the smoke go. The flame makes every shadow look honest for a while. The mirror by the doorway learns the shape of my smile. I used to think that missing was a proof of something real. Now it feels like an engine that forgot how not to wheel. Your voice is not a voice, now it is pressure in the room. A warmth behind the sternum, a red stain on the moon. I do not have to answer every ache that calls me back. Some doors close in silence, some fires turn to black. This track needs a low groove, not a wound made loud. A bass line under rain, not a chorus for a crowd. No bright salvation, no fast escape, just a hand around a lighter, learning not to shake. Let the trumpet stay distant, let the sax bend tired and blue. Let the roads melt slowly through a room I almost knew. Let the drums grow for a minute, then fall back into air. Let the song leave softly, like it was never there. No heart stop, no sudden light, only one small ember giving up the night. No final call, no fevered prayer, only smoke unwinding in the midnight air. I hear the vinyl crackle, I hear the streetlight hum, I hear the bass move under what I almost become. I hear my breathing settle as the flame goes thin, and the habit loses power when I do not let it win. Maybe I kept smoking just to give my hands a roll. Maybe I kept wanting you toward the empty hole. Maybe every little ritual is a room we built for grief, and the door begins to open when we stop calling it belief. So I close the light and gently put the pack beside the glass. Let the red moon keep its distance, let the city traffic pass. If I think of you again, right from the spot. Ooh, little flame, ooh, not your name. Ooh, street below, ooh, let the smoke go. Ooh, sax fade slow. Ooh, bass sing low. Ooh, ash turn gray. Ooh, carry him away. Every habit has a rhythm, every flame has a cost. Every lonely open window knows the shape of what was lost. But the ember is smaller and the night is less sharp. I can keep my own breathing after one more drag. The room lets go in pieces, the window drinks the rain. The drums fall back to rainfall. The bass slips down the wall. The road becomes the street light. The sax forgets to call. The flame dies without drama. The smoke thins into black, and nothing ends too sharply after one more drag. The room lets go in pieces, the window drinks the rain. The drums fall back to rainfall. The bass slips down the wall. The road becomes the street light. The sax forgets to call. The room lets go in pieces, the window drinks the rain. The drums fall back to rainfall. The moon looked like blood. Above the quiet roofs, smoke climbed from the window. Like it knew the truth. I saw it through the curtain, low and red and still, hanging over the city like a warning on the hill. The room had lost its color, except the ember in my hand, and the shadow by the doorway that refused to understand. No siren broke the weather, no voice came through the floor. Only rain against the gutter, only breath behind the door. A saxophone was calling from a street I could not see, and every bruised note sounded like it had been waiting for me. Let the red moon stay, let the old smoke rise, let the night look back with its blood-colored eyes. The moon looked like blood when I thought of you again. Not love, not forgiveness, just the color of the pain. The moon looked like blood over rooftops, glass and rain. I was trying to let you vanish, but the sky said your name. No rush, no light, no sudden way through, just a red moon watching what I still carry of you. The cigarette kept burning, though I barely took a breath, like a tiny private ritual between memory and death. The trumpet sounded distant, silver under all that red, like a ghost in another room, saying what we never said. I did not want a meaning, I did not want a sign, but the whole night looked symbolic in that dangerous crimson shine. Every building seemed to lean in, every window seemed awake, as if the city understood the shape that longing takes. Let the piano fall like dust inside a frame. Let the bass line crawl underneath your name. for time, like every lonely room has been waiting to be mine. I watch the ash fall slowly into porcelain and dust. Watch the red moon lose an edge behind a cloud, the color of rust. For one breath I felt nothing, for one breath I was clear. Then the sax came back wounded, and you were almost here. This is not a horror story, this is not a grand despair. It is just a woman listening to a red moon in the air. It is just a room with smoke in it, just a night that will not end, just a heart that keeps confusing, a shadow for a friend. Let the drums stay far and heavy, let the trumpet sound afraid, let the roads blur like candlelight in a room of old mistakes. Let the sax rise very slowly, then fall back into rain. Let the whole song fade gently, like a fever leaving pain. No violent end, no final crash, only red light thinning over cigarette ash. No bright release, no door thrown wide, only smoke disappearing where the old ghosts hide. I hear the vinyl crackle, I hear the roofline drip, I hear my voice go quiet before your name can slip. The moon is only weather, the blood is only light, but it still feels like a witness at the center of the night. Maybe I made you darker than you ever really were. Maybe grief paints every memory with a violent kind of blur. Maybe I called it destiny when it was only lack. Maybe some loves look fatal when you are afraid to look back. So I let the ember die there without pressing it too hard. Let the smoke leave through the window, let the red moon lose its scar. If I think of you by morning, let it be without the knife, just a name across the weather in another version of my life. The moon looked like blood when I thought of you again. Not love, not forgiveness, just the color of the pain. The moon looked like blood over rooftops, glass and rain. I was trying to let you vanish, but the sky said your name. The moon looked like blood, soft as smoke, dark as wine. But I am not a sacrifice to every ache inside my mind. No rush, no light, no sudden way through, just a red moon fading with what I carried of you. Maybe I made you darker than you ever really were. Maybe grief paints every cigarette burn on the balcony, red moon over the rail, rain hangs over the city like a thin silver veil. The concrete is cold beneath me, the ashtray leans on the chair. I can see the whole street breathing from the 7th floor air. A train moves in the distance with a low electric sigh, and the red moon stains the rooftops like a question in the sky. I came outside for quiet, but the city came along with its pipes and passing engines and a saxophone gone wrong. It bends around the corner, then disappears in rain, like a memory with manners still refusing to explain. Let the balcony hold what the room could not keep. Let the smoke unfold while the streets pretend to sleep. Cigarette burns on the balcony, little stars on the stone. I am thinking of someone, but I am standing here alone. Cigarette burns on the balcony, red moon over the rail. Every ember tells a story that was never meant to stay. Move low, move slow, let the warm bass rise, as I am watching the city flicker with smoke in my eyes. The groove comes from below me, from a car with tinted glass. Slow drums under streetlight, like a heartbeat made to pass. The road's chord opens softly on the edge of the night, and the trumpet leaves a bruise in the red reflected light. I tap the ash against the railing, watch it fall without a sound. Tiny gray confetti for a love I never found. I do not call your number, I do not say your name, but the lighter in my pocket still remembers the flame. Let the city pulse, let the wet road shine, let the smoke grow thin, one breath at a time. Cigarette burns on the balcony, little stars on the stone. I am thinking of someone, but I am standing here alone. Cigarette burns on the balcony, red moon over the rail. Every ember tells a story that was never meant to stay. Ooh, red rail, ooh, wet air, ooh, street lights below. Let the old smoke go. A woman crosses the avenue with a collar to her chin. A taxi slides beside her, then the rain swallows it in. Somebody on a rooftop laughs once, then disappears, and I feel the whole night moving through the architecture of my years. This is not the same room, this is not the same ache. The balcony gives distance to the shapes that memories take. From up here you look smaller, less like fate and more like weather. Something passing through the city, not a reason to stay forever. Do not slow it into sorrow, do not turn it into blame. Keep the rhythm slightly moving like the street below my name. Let the drums grow warm and dusty, let the bass line walk the rain. Let the sax cut through the skyline and fall back again. Let the trumpet keep its distance, let the roads blur the view. Let the guitar tremble lightly like the rail beneath the dew. Let the song feel like a balcony, open, wet and high. A place to watch the old herd leave without goodbye. No sudden stop, no final spark, only traffic breathing under red moon dark. No slammed door, no sharp release, only ash descending into city peace. I hear the vinyl crackle, I hear the elevator groan, I hear my breath grow steadier, and the thought of being alone. The burn marks on the balcony look less like little scars and more like faded fear. Maybe distance is a kindness when the night is clear. Maybe all the things I carried needed rain and open air, needed sirens down below me, needed smoke to take them there. So I leave the cigarette resting in the ashtray by the chair. Let the ember die in silence, let the red moon thin to air. If your memory comes climbing, it can find me at the rail, but it will not find me waiting for the same